You don't need more hours in the day. You need more honesty in your decisions. You don't need a better schedule. You need a better standard. You don't need more time. You need more truth. And when you face that truth, you stop living in the gap between who you are and who you could be. This is the world premiere Word on the Streets, where we don't sugarcoat growth. So if you're ready, strap in and make sure you're locked in, because this right here is the world premiere Word on the Streets.
Are you ready? I can't hear y'all. I said, are you ready? Welcome to the world premiere Word on the Streets.
Ladies and gentlemen, finally, a place that speaks to the real you. Out there, the noise is loud, distractions at every turn, competition for your attention coming from every direction. That's why this platform chose battle-tested hosts, voices shaped by life, sharpened by truth, and unafraid to tell it exactly how it is. These men bring you the real, sometimes painful, but always unapologetic lived experience. Now, our hosts. Larry Xtradonaire Moton, host of Welcome to the Conversation, personal development for the soul. A man of purpose who lives it with passion, because you only live once, and when you do it right, once is enough. And then, the amazing Keith Fletcher, host of The Blind Truth, a survivor of stage 4 cancer, a motivator who reminds his worldwide audience every single day, gotta get your mind right. These two, this dynamite duo, are the heartbeat, the backbone, and the bold voices behind the world premiere Word on the Streets.
So if you're ready, I said if you're ready, then pull up and let's get locked in. This is the world premiere Word on the Streets.
And good evening once again, everyone. Welcome back to the show. Welcome to the world premiere Word on the Streets. I am Xtradonaire. And of course, you know, the brother over there to my left or your right. What's up, brother?
What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? This is the blind truth, man. Me and Xtradonaire, the conversation. Word on the Street coming together with you and everyone else. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you. What's going on, Xtradonaire?
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the amazing Mr. Keith Fletcher. I want to just ask everybody one question, Fletcher, before we get started, man. Number one, brother, I want to say, hey, good to see you, man. It's been a long week. It's good to be back together on this platform, man. Bringing the truth, bringing the fire. But I want to ask your audience from the Blind Truth community and my audience from personal development for the soul. And now to our audience together here on the world premiere Word on the Streets. I want to ask you all out there, how many of you all know anyone who's been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and still around? Like they say, I'll wait. Somebody text me and let me know. But while I'm waiting, I'm going to introduce y'all to somebody who's live on this platform, the proper introduction he deserves and needs. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the one and only. I'm talking about the man who not only beat stage 4 cancer, but also beat blindness. Ladies and gentlemen, show some love for the amazing Mr. Keith Fletcher. Now talk to me, bro. Talk to us now.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you doing it like that, Xtradonaire. And I appreciate everyone that's listening right now. Xtradonaire, you know, I give all to the Most High for creating this and getting this time for me to make it through all that. It's not easy. I'm not going to sit there and lie to you. It's not easy, especially the people that have been through it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more mental than the physical part with me. You know, I still see a counselor. I talk to a counselor now weekly, and I still talk about that. It still affects me now. That fear of the cancer coming back, and also what you went through, going through it, and the sight part that I'm losing sight. You know, is a slow death. I have glaucoma, but it's the getting up and coming on this show, still doing things, still making things happen, getting with Xtradonaire, still growing. You know what I'm saying? And believe it. You know, so that way make everything great. That make it possible for me to get on here every day, waking up every day and come here and talk to the audience and try to give back and not being a victim. You know, that's what it is, not being a victim and let this overcome me. You know, because and I'm gonna tell you like this, it'd be some hard days. I'm not gonna sit there and lie to you. It'd be some hard days, but waking up every day, getting a chance, exciting, you know what I'm saying, doing these things, growing, it makes it better for me to help someone. You know what I'm saying? Helping people see what matters the most. That's the Blind Tooth brand. That's the mantra. That's what we talk about. It's extraordinary and personal development for the soul. We come together, and this is what we have. World premiere, World on the Streets.
You see, friends, that's why a proper introduction is in order, because I know the real truth. In fact, the title of the program tonight is You Don't Need More Time, You Need More Truth.
Yeah, I saw
You
that.
need more truth. What you say, brother?
Yeah, when I saw that, man, you need more truth. That's real. I like that, man. Yeah, really, yeah. That's
Yeah, you need more truth. And you just got through talking that truth. That's, man, listen, folks, if this is your first time tuning in to the world premiere Word on the Streets, you in for something real. There's nothing fake about us. There's nothing phony about us. We're not pretending we're one thing and we're not. None of that. We don't have no Lamborghinis in the background, no jet flying over our head, no 10-story home. We don't have any of that. We're not trying to bring you and blow smoke up your you know what. We just want to bring you our life experience truth. And if it's true what they say in life, that we're all connected, chances are you've gone through something similar as we've gone through. Or if you haven't, you will. Because life kind of run a certain pattern in this world, especially in America where we're all from that's listening and tuning in. So we're going to get down on this program tonight, friends, and we thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Thank you so much. Fletcher, won't you come on in, man? Won't you start cooking that meal for us right now, brother? Let's talk about it.
nah, like Extraordinary said, man, we need truth, not avoidance. And you know, when I went through those two things, and I'm going through the blindness right now and going through cancer, let me go back to my account when I went through cancer. Why me? You know what I'm saying? Why me? Why this happening to me? You know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do? You start thinking about the future and all these things, that how I'm gonna do this and what I'm gonna have. You start analyzing all these things, and you start getting stuck right there. And that's what he said. You don't need time, you need truth. That when you start getting stuck, time stop, things stop, movement stop, growth stop. You know what I'm saying? Now we're not trying to figure out how to get past this. You know what I'm saying? What's the better outcome? We have to figure out what is happening around us. What are the opportunities? Why me? And that's the question I asked the Most High, like, why me? And the question we asked me came right back. Who else? Who do you suggest? You know, we go through that in that point of being a victim, then we start realizing I'm running away. Fear. All these things hold that time right there. We want time. That's what we want. Cause like I say, when you out there, man, I'm serious. Like you said, and I said the truth. When you sitting in that bed or you sit on that table, you come out of church, you want more time. You don't want no more money. You don't want no, you just want time. If I can get more time. And it ain't the time that you need. It's the thing, because right in that time, so many things are happening, but you be so wrapped up in the situation, you missing all these things. And that's what I said that I understand now when somebody said my worst times was my best time. Because in the worst times, some things was happening. But things was going around and you were missing it because you focused on the wrong thing. You avoiding those things. And that's making your time right there. You need truth. Somebody to come and say, stop. I'm gonna give a story I had when I found out I had cancer. It's a private moment. You think, when you're going through it. I'm telling you, me, it was a moment I felt that I should keep private. And I worked out in the gym, and I had a friend that worked out with me. He talked to everybody. I talk to people, but I don't tell everybody my business. And I come to the gym, and I walked in, and say, as soon as I walked in, oh man, I'm sorry what I heard about you. I heard sorry that I heard you had cancer. I said, what? Who? Walk to the counter. Oh man, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm going in the gym, people stopping me. Then I realized I'm like, and I said the guy named damn so when I saw him, I saw him the next day. I said, man, what is wrong with you? You think you could tell people my business? You done lost your mind. And he just looked at me. He said, fool. He said, you know what? That's what he said. He said, you know what? What you want to do? Come on, whoop me now. You know what I'm saying? Whoop me. He said, because listen to me, brother. I'm not going to stop telling people. I'm not going to stop saying people care about you, Keith. They praying for you. The more people I'm telling you need to be questioning why nobody ain't saying something. You see what I'm saying? You can't do this by yourself. Now, if you want to fight, we can fight, but I'm not going to stop telling people. You see, that moment right there made me realize all these things coming around, people care. Like you said, people care about you. People want to support you. And you want to get in the corner and be by yourself. You don't want nobody to know it ain't a problem. This ain't nothing that you did wrong. This is what happened to you. But people here to support you. You're going to need everybody. And see, that's a moment right there I'd have missed. It's a moment right there that when I start opening up, start talking to people, that I start seeing what I miss. It's an opportunity we miss. And so we want time. But what are you doing in that time? What you have? That's the question. That time that you have, what are you doing in that time? And what you need is more truth. You need somebody to be truthful. And that's what that man gave me. He gave me truth. I couldn't avoid the situation. Let's deal with it. Let's confront it. And we walked, and it was fear and all these things that was going through my head. A road that I'd never been down. I didn't know how. But I'm telling you, along that way, I met somebody else that was going through it. They lift me up. I met somebody else that survived it. They lift me up. All these Thursdays, I started meeting people that I would have never met. I'd have missed, I'd avoided all those things being in my own way. And that's what we do. You got enough time. It's what you do in that time. That's the truth. And you need the truth. Go ahead, Xtradonaire.
And you know what else, Fletcher and community out there. Again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Man, let me tell you, we really, really appreciate y'all's support. Appreciate the many people who are beginning to tune in. It means a lot to us.
Yes.
But you see, just like Fletcher, and I asked him this, friends. I want to share this with you all. I asked him one day. I say, would it be okay if I introduce or talk about you surviving stage 4 cancer? And the purpose of my question was greater than Keith. The purpose of my question, friends, I want y'all to really get this, because a lot of time when we're going through things, man, and I know it hurts so bad, but a lot of time when we're going through things, brother, sister, listen, we don't realize the hundreds of thousands of people we can help by seeing you go through what you've gone through or being announced. See, you have any idea how many people have heard I've been diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and they just, not only do they give up, but the surrogates, the people around them, the community around them, everything and everyone they know, all just fold tent and give up. So the purpose, when I mention that, and you all can see for yourself, he's here every Thursday. He's live and well, doing wonderful things. He's passionate and driven. What I'm saying, what you're saying, Extra, that you don't have to accept bad news and just fold your tent up. Cancer is one of the worst bad news any of us can get. Stage 4 cancer for sure. You can start making arrangements.
Mm.
It's been how many years ago, man, has it been since you've been diagnosed with that?
It just made 11 years.
11 years. 11 years. So here we go. Here we go, right here, brothers and sisters. What are you doing who have not been diagnosed with such a disease, with such an illness? What are you doing, man? How many more days are you going to allow your day to just be another page, turn of a page, turn of a page? And listen, we're not even talking about money. I know Fletcher on this platform, it's all about dollars and cents. But without mental, without you getting yourself, hey, Fletcher, without you getting your mind right, you see, when you get your mind right, you can get your spirit right. Then you could get in alignment with the person, with the spirit you pray to, the spirit you say, I believe to. Then you get in alignment with all those forces. Now you got something to hold on. Now you got some faith. You can fight your today and possibly you can fight your tomorrow. But we're asking you, let's start somewhere. Let's start here. We got a testimony before your eyes, friends. But I don't need to expect, hey, Fletcher, hey, man, I love you. But I don't need to be diagnosed with stage 4. You were. Thank you, brother. that's that's enough for me.
And that
You
was
see
for
what I'm
me.
saying?
It wasn't for you. It was for me. Yes.
That's right. Go ahead on, man. I don't.
No,
I'm
you're right.
going
No,
through
yeah,
this.
like you're saying, you don't have to go through it. You just said it the best right there. You don't have to go through it, but people living like they got cancer every day. That's basically what you're saying. You living
Yeah,
like you're sick every day. And my
and
mission.
that's the truth. That's the title. So like, you don't need more time. You
Yeah.
need more truth. But go ahead
So,
on.
so and that truth, like you're saying, that's why I'm saying the blind truth. We blind to the truth. And that's what he's saying. We need more truth in there. That's what it's about, helping people see what matters, to build a legacy, to build the future. And see, we're doing it at making you see the truth, make you realize. Let me say this part about the cancer side. It's multiple sides to cancer. It got the survivors, but it got another side, the people that didn't survive. And it got the people that survived that got to think about it coming back. And they got the other side of the people that survived that done went through it multiple times and they still fighting. They still showing up. They telling people, they helping people grow. Because that's all they can do. They live with it daily. So when people say, well, Keith, you had stage 4 cancer, it was like, I didn't know nothing about stage 4. Stage 4 cancer was a death sentence. That's what all I knew. But when you start becoming in the community and you start meeting people, I remember I went to MD Anderson. I had this lady that went through cancer treatment 4 times. But her spirit, man, if you'd have met her spirit and how she was talking to you, man, you would have never thought she went through that. You never seen a victim. You're gonna be all right, baby. Encouraging people, lifting, walking the hallways. I'm talking about MD Anderson's big too. She walking this thing and talking to everybody she passed. She excited, like she's excited by getting up. But no misery in her. 4 times. So, like in the council community, I'm just saying my community, I went through it 10 years ago. I'm a baby to this, man. Like I said, I remember me saying, I can't go through this again. I don't know if I can make it a second. I can't know if I can make it a second time. It was hard the first time, but to go through it 4 times,
Wow.
2 times. See, it's just not just Keith. Hey, I survived stage 4, and I bow down. I thank the Most High, but I know it's got people. When I went through cancer, I met a guy. His wife, he was going through cancer. I found out in June of that year, 2014, I had cancer. I had a surgery in what it was September, and then I had another surgery scheduled for November. The guy had his in November. The guy passed away in November. I saw his wife in the gym. He's gone. He had his surgery before me. He didn't make it. So it's different sides of this cancer. You know what I'm saying? It's mental. To me, I went through the surgery, and I'm going to say this to y'all, and I'm going to say this because I've been there. I'm saying dying is hard for everybody. But for me, with dying was easy for me. The hard part was seeing me leaving my loved ones. See, they got to deal with the aftermath. They got to deal with, like what Xtradonaire said, we talking finances. Finances is always tied into this. They got to deal with the finance. They got to deal with one income. They got to deal with the kids growing up. They got to deal with their father, their mother, that person, the people that you leave behind get it the worst.
That's right.
My part was easy. I had to lay in the bed. I had nurses taking care of me. They fed me. They checked on me every 2 or 3 hours. They took care of me. But my wife had to drive to Houston, leave me there, go back home to the kids, leave someone with me, go back home to Tig, go to work, and act like every day go through the week, come back on Friday, drive back to Houston. That's 4 hours away. Come see me, leave the kids with somebody, make sure they packed up with their mama, make sure all these things. When people going through this, life is still moving.
That's right. That's right.
Life is still going on, and you get the people say, you know, I'm praying for you. But the other people, their life stopped. You still going, but their time is really stopping. It's moving a different pace for them. And at the time, me going through cancer, you selfish. You try to use all your energy to get you through this, but you're not thinking about the loved ones, the energy they use. You're not thinking about the loved ones, they stand up at night. See, there's so many different phases of this. You got all these people behind you, so you can't avoid it. You got to face it. You got to deal with it. And the only way to deal with it is with the truth. And I'm telling you, people ask me, "What, man, you look like you went." No, I wouldn't. I didn't go through it well. My wife went through it like a soldier. She was out having it. And my mom and them, it's just people around me like they ain't having it. My cousin, when they came to see me, and they were like, man, they ain't feel no sorry for me at all. They're like, hey, you ain't going nowhere. And I'm sitting up there like, I can't have nobody give me no pity party. And see that again. But let me start this short now. Nobody, I'm serious. I was like, man, do you understand what's going on? And like, yeah, man. My cousin, I'm like, man, you Keith, you gonna be all right. You driving, you doing it. Man, I get, you know what I'm saying? Nobody would not feel, nah, they ain't hearing that. Nobody on the phone, my friends on the phone, you gonna be all right, this. And no one would give me that. They would not give me what and listen, I wanted it. I wanted to lay under somebody. I'm telling you, I did. My mom was so hard. I told my mama, I said, when your mother's spirit gonna kick in, you go hard. Do you understand what I'm going through? I'm like, man, ain't nobody, hey, Xtradonaire, nobody. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't hearing it. But I'm telling you, to be honest, and I'm not no soft dude, but I wanted somebody just to hold me. You know what I'm saying? Just, it's easy to say it, but just hold me and say, I know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know what you're going to give me the answer. Nobody had an answer for me. And then let me tell you something. Everyone is different. I can't say what this other person went through. Everybody's experience is different. But I'm telling you, when I was in the hospital, I had my last surgery. And you got to walk around. And my room is full of people. So I said, I'm going to go walk around because you got to pass your gas, whatever. So you got to walk. You got surgery. I'm hurting. I got the thing. I'm walking slow. And I walked by this room. This guy was standing there. And he said, how you doing? We started talking. And He's like, man, they're trying to kill me. I said, well, why you think that, brother? But he was telling me everything, but he was there by himself. Nobody was with him. And I'm just listening to him talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, listening. And I'm looking at him like, man, like, I'm really not hearing what he's saying, but I'm saying, I'm looking at his room. Nobody's in his room. I got a whole full of people in my room, and nobody in his room. He going through this by himself. He telling me the surgery they took, and I'm like, damn. And I'm listening, and like say, this is funny right here. While you doing it, you gotta while you walk, they want you have, when you have surgery like that, they want you to pass gas. So I'm walking and I'm with the man, and he just going boom, boom, just let it all out. So I'm sitting there, and so I get back to the room. I tell my wife, I said, man, I'm telling the story. He said, wow, what do you think about that? What are you saying? I said, well, I was thinking like, man, he passing gas. I wish I could do that, man. When I'm a baby, like I said, because he was like talking, but I'm feeling what he's saying. But he he going home. You get to go home, and I'm like, but he was saying they trying to kill him. But the point I said, he was by himself.
Yeah.
I got a whole room of people that visit and come. I got people in the family in Houston coming to see me. I got people from Louisiana coming to Houston to see. I got people called, and I'm saying again, you sitting up there avoiding, and I got all this, and he got nothing. I'm going through the hospital, and when they took me past, some people had a line of people, and I'm passing the people, and I'm like, I asked the lady, because you can see these people, some crying, some upset. I'm like, what line is that? What's going with that? He said, them the people that can't pay for the. I said, what you mean they can't pay? They don't have insurance. And I heard the lady say, I got a check. The lady said, no, we can't take your check. So what that mean? That mean they got to go home. That mean they got to go find another way. You see, I'm passing all this stuff. I'm going right past that. Who am I to complain about anything? See, that was saying my worst time was my best time. All these things were happening while I was going through my worst time. So, like I say, what I'm giving is when Xtradonaire said, Fletcher, you want me to tell people about help people with cancer? I said, yes, because I want to get the truth. This is the truth that you can't see, you blind to, because you ain't seen it, you ain't experienced, you ain't seen it. That's what it's about. So you sitting up, waking up. So when I say I deal with 4 pillars, Xtradonaire said finance, but I deal with spiritual, physical, mental, and financial. The easiest one is the financial. The hardest one is the spiritual, the physical, and mental, especially the mental. Your mind, the truth, the avoidance, the protection of your subconscious, your self-identity, all these things, that's the problem. So right there in that home. And I ain't want to take up, but I'm just saying this. Right there, laying in that bed, going through those things, that's when I was changed right there. Who am I to complain about anything? Again, I'm 11 years in the game from surviving cancer. Who am I to complain? Every day after that I wake up, I was like that lady. I understand every day is the blessing that I woke up. After that, it don't matter what that time. I got a chance to wake up. I'm not on that time no more. I'm not on the same time you are. I'm on a different clock. And in that time is what I do in that time. But in that day is what matters. Every second, every minute, every hour matters. What I need to do, what I can do. Not what somebody else. I got another chance. That's it. So I tell people, I tell my kids, I got one kidney. I got all inside that's been turned around like a car part. I can't see. I wake up like this every day. Why you not? The question is why you not waking up? When you got all your abilities, all your sight, all these things, why you not waking up like that? Don't ask me a question why that. Where you get a white man, why you wake? No, why you not waking up like that? That's the question I have for you. And that's when you say to seek and find. Question everything. Why you not? That's the question. So now you go find out why. And when you start looking in that mirror, we talk about looking at yourself, everything you hold is inside that mirror. Go ahead, Troy, and I'm sorry I went long, man. I'm sorry.
No, man. Hey, look here, brother. Listen up, family. Word on the street community. That right there was truth. And as we said from the onset, from the very beginning, we're not coming here with a false pretension in our background. No jets flying, coming to scoop us up and pick us up. No huge mansion, 12-car garage, none of that. But we are bringing you our life experience, our truth. And friends, before we take our little short break, we don't want y'all to leave us. I do, however, want to encourage you to check out our YouTube channel. Fletcher, he have the blind truth. He just dropped a brand new video, friends. I think it'll be worth your time. He's talking about freedom isn't free, neither is victory. And you just heard the man give you an overview of what he was coping with and dealing with. And he didn't just focus on what he was coping with and dealing with. Man, did you hear how hard his wife was working? He was diagnosed, but she was grinding back and forth, taking care of the kids, taking care of the home, driving back. Oh, come on, y'all. And listen, friends, we're going to take this break, but also check out my YouTube channel. I just dropped one I believe is going to bless your soul. This one I got from my soul to touch your soul. You really have to check it out, friends. It's called How to Fix Hope When Everything is Going Wrong. Talk to me. So look, we're going to take a short break. Don't go anywhere. This is the world premiere of Word on the Streets, and the amazing Keith Fletcher and yours truly, Xtradonaire. We'll be back in 2 minutes, 2 seconds. Don't move, folks.
If you are ready for real conversations that challenge your thinking and change your life, you need to tune in to The Blind Truth with the amazing Keith Fletcher. He breaks down money, mindset, and personal growth in a way that feels honest, direct, and necessary. So if you have not already, subscribe to his YouTube channel, The Blind Truth, and take these lessons with you wherever you go at blindtruthshow.com. And as the amazing Keith Fletcher always says, gotta get your mind right. And tonight, we are stepping into the voice of Larry Xtradonaire Moton. Most know him as Xtra, the man who is all about helping people live in alignment with their soul. Because returning to your truth gives you clarity. So if you have not already, subscribe to his YouTube channel, Personal Development for the Soul, and visit his website, alignmentiskey.larrymoton.com. Step into your purpose and experience what alignment really feels like. Because after all, you only live once, and if you do it right, once is enough.
All right, family. Now it's time to go deeper. This is the moment where we peel back the layers, challenge old thinking, and get real about what's truly holding us back and what can finally push us forward. So grab your journals, lean in, and don't just listen, engage. And if something resonates with you tonight, do us a favor, subscribe, like, and share this message with someone who needs it. Because the conversation we're having is bigger than us. This is the world premiere Word on the Streets.
Let me tell you something. There is a lie that almost everyone believes. A lie so common that people repeat it every single day without even realizing it. They wake up in the morning, look at the clock, sigh deeply and say, I wish I had more time. More time, as if time were hiding from them. As if somewhere in the world successful people had been given 28 hours while everyone else received only 24. Think about that for a moment. Every billionaire, every world champion, every artist who created masterpieces, every entrepreneur who built an empire, every parent who changed the future of their family, Every person who transformed an ordinary life into an extraordinary one, they all woke up to exactly the same 24 hours you did, not 1 second more, not 1 second less. So if the amount of time is equal, why are the results so different? Because success has never been a problem of time. It has always been a problem of focus. And here's what most people don't understand. Focus isn't simply paying attention. Focus is deciding what deserves your life. Because every minute you give to something is a minute you will never get back. You are literally trading pieces of your life for whatever you choose to do today. That changes everything, doesn't it? You aren't just scrolling through your phone for an hour. You're exchanging an hour of your life. You aren't just putting off your dream until tomorrow. You're handing away another piece of your future. You aren't just saying, I'll start next Monday. Relaxation is necessary. Your mind needs recovery, but there is a difference between resting with purpose and escaping through distraction. One restores your energy. The other quietly steals your future. Most people don't lose their dreams because someone takes them away. They lose them one distraction at a time. 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there. One episode, one more video, one more excuse. Until suddenly, 5 years have disappeared. And then they look in the mirror and ask themselves, what happened?
All right, family, keep those comments coming. We love hearing from you, and we appreciate you in a very special way. Now, let's get back into part 2 of the world premiere, Word on the Streets.
And welcome back to part 2 of the show. Y'all know how we usually do it on part 2. We set the place on fire. But I must confess, that first half, Fletcher, was fire in and of itself. Yeah. Hey, man, before you come back in, I want to send a strong shout out to Selena. She's been in the chat room just burning up the chat room. Selena, thank you for getting that room on fire. And also, friends, I got to say this, Fletcher. I want to send out some love to LaDiana. Friends, I wish I had a picture to show y'all. LaDiana just had one of the most beautiful. I told Fletcher, I said, oh, that girl can make some pretty babies, boy. Yes, I say that baby looks so pretty. Oh, my goodness. But anyway, we're coming back to the show. Just seeing that little face, man. Babies just, babies kind of remind you what life is all about, friends.
Yeah. They bring it back to reality. Yeah, they bring you to reality.
They bring you back down to reality. Yeah. That's for real. Man, that first half, Fletcher, you open up a book to a lot of truth. And then when Jim Rohn came around and he started talking about this time, sometimes we think when we see other people, we get caught in our feelings. Why this for them? Why not me? As if they got more time, as if life have given them 28 hours and only gave you 24. We get sidetracked. Yeah. But you said something, man, before we went on break that I think maybe we may need to park and unravel that a little more. You said something about in the mind. You said eat money was the easiest thing. And your spiritual and all these 4 pillars that you talk about on your platform. But that mind thing might have been, I think that might be the most challenging one. And I want to just tell you, I personally, I know for myself, friends, my mind played tricks on me. I don't know about you all. But a depressed feeling can come up on me at any moment, at any time, for whatever reasons. And it takes, man, let me tell you, it takes some fighting to get out of it sometimes. It takes time. It takes time, but you got to be aware. See, learning the techniques and things that Fletcher and I talk about every day and come on live every week, we actually practice this stuff to get through what we are going through, which is why we could come on here and meet you where you are because we're all connected. I know I'm not the only one that have those cycles and moments where a low energy come, second guessing come, doubts come. We all go through those cycles in life because we all kind of grew up in this same system in America, in our community, in our home. And so we all sort of approach and interpret whatever it is we're experiencing in similar fashion. And sometimes when we can't figure it out, it causes us to feel some kind of way. Now, when you start feeling that some kind of way, friends, you need an anchor. You need a friend. You need to be able to hear something. You need something to remind you of that other part of you inside of you that can overpower whatever it is that got you to get down in the first place. Now that all of that what I just said may sound philosophical to you. It's still real because we all still experience that. But Fletcher, you much better as making something like what I just said sound so commonsensical. So brother, grab me that umbrella so I won't get wet and bail me out of that.
Now I'm gonna get man. Now I was well said, but I want to start what you said about Jim Rohn. You know, when Jim Rohn said, "We realize we take a second, a minute, an hour, a year, 5 years, lack of focus, lack of discipline, lack of consistency." These words right here are so important. I didn't know nothing about those words. I heard them, probably even know the definition of them, but put them inside of me and use those. I used them here. I used them there. So I tell you, I talk about 4 pillars: spiritual health, physical health, mental health, financial. Let me say how these came to be brought into my life. The only reason I survived, and I give it all to the Most High, but the reason that I survived stage 4 cancer, it didn't happen that day when I was in the hospital, my second surgery. It happened years before. I was working out when I went to see the doctor in MD Anderson. I took my shirt off. He said, he was looking at me with an eye, and I'm ripped up, and he touched me, and he said, "Man, we can save you." And I didn't really hear him, but the point I'm saying, the physical health, that right there saved me. I didn't have no diabetes. I didn't have no proper. I had no cholesterol. I was in shape. My body was strong enough to survive it. I was at 200 and some pounds, 205 pounds. When they got done with me, I was 138 pounds. That's how hard it was on my body.
Wow.
I told you I walked by the people that couldn't pay for the service. The community didn't have insurance. They didn't have no money. Matter of fact, when I went out of work, I didn't have time in to get time off, so that I wasn't getting paid either when I was going through that. My wife had insurance, but I didn't. She had one income. I didn't have no money, so that became the financial, the physical, the financial help. The spiritual help. After I went through all that, something touched me. I remember waking up and I seen a priest in the hospital, and he came by and talking to me and telling me that Most High want me to speak and give something. I got something to give, but I blew it off. After my surgery, after being 130 pounds, after getting through, coming back home, and they say you cured, but you not mentally cured. You still thinking about cancer. You still just, what you went through just don't go away just because they say it. So that was the process right there. My wife going through what she was going through. They called a caregiver or something. Experience. She was still going through stuff. My kid, it affected us still after everything. We were still affected by it. The mental health. So the mental health and all this, and I'm sitting here trying to figure out, trying to get past it, and I can't. But I remember my wife, my wife told me I was going to Walmart one day, me and her. She said, let's get out. And I'm walking, pushing the buggy. And I like to say, I'm frail, I'm moving. And somebody coming by, and I'm like, excuse me. My wife said, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? What? I'm like, babe, I can't do nothing no more. I remember she took me to the gym that night, dropped me off. She's like, you need to get back to yourself. Even lifting weights, but my mental was gone. So I had to find myself, I read something, to seek something, you got to question it. To seek something, you got to question everything. And I started questioning it. And I started questioning everything. Everything I was told. Everything somebody said about me. Where I came from, my religion. I started questioning everything. And I had holes in it. I didn't have no answers. And I said to myself, I'm going to get up at 3:30 every morning. And I'm going to find these answers. I'm going looking for these answers. I need these answers. And I tell people right there, that's where I met the spiritual at, right there. One morning, 3:30 in the morning, I met. And then I started feeding Jim Rohn, Eric Thomas, what's the other, Nightingale. I started listening to these people. While I'm reading the most I'm reading about, and I'm listening to these people feeding myself, feeding me. So when I say the spiritual health, the physical health, the mental health, and the financial, in that order, you got to get through the physical to get to the mental to get to the physical to get to the mental to get to the financial. All of them need each other. You need your money. If you I don't care how much money you got in this world, if you ain't got your body together, you're going to lose it. You can't do anything. You ain't got your mind together, you're going to mess it up. And for that spiritual, that's a principle. I came up with the B. That's what the most I have. The B, do have, be fruitful, do multiply, have dominion. I found that on my journey. What do that mean? Most people don't believe. The believe part is the most powerful part it is. Just believing. Be fruitful. Be fruitful means be valuable. To be valuable, that means you need to solve problems. Not your problem, somebody else's problem. I'm here to solve your problem. You went through cancer, or this, or went through a divorce. So that things that we are here on the World Premier Street, we here to solve a problem. Your problem. And once we solve your problem, as we grow on in here, it solve our problem. Then we multiply. That's how you multiply. So we start solving multiple people, and they start some multiple problems. Then the multiplication happens. Do multiply. And then we have dominion. All these things I'm saying is because I became focused. I became disciplined. I became consistent on what I meant to find. To seek, I questioned. And I focused on that, and everything that came on, I focused on it. And now I'm here on the World Premier World on the Streets. Now I'm here with Xtradonaire, at the conversation, the personal development. I'm here with the blind truth. We're here because all that right there became an is. And there's so much more that came from my worst time became my best time within all these things. So what I'm saying to you, the part is you got to believe and you got to go seek who you really are. What do you really want? What is going to take for you to get that? And the first thing you need is truth. You don't need more time. Time is irrelevant. It's like you said, what do you focus on in that time? What are you determined to do in that time? Have you done it like finance? Have you done the net numbers? Have you did the calculations? I want a home. Have you did the numbers? Who you got to be? How much you need to make? What are you willing to sacrifice? These all the things that I had no awareness of. And when I start focusing, when I start realizing, Xtradonaire we say, whatever's looking for you, whatever you looking for is looking for you. Looking for you, not that you are now, because that you are now cannot go where it's looking for you. You have to change. And that first thing you do, if you start believing that it's possible, You start looking at the mirror and start telling the truth. Where you at? This is where I'm at. But it's not where I'm gonna stay. But I gotta be truthful and tell the truth and stop avoiding these things and deal with them and stop worrying about fear and dealing with them. I'm telling you, and focus on them. That's when that's when things happen. That's when the change happen. And coming on here with me and Extradonaire. That's it.
And you know, right there, Fletcher, is such a huge key component what you just added. Is that truth.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need more time. You need more truth.
Mm.
Because that truth, it would take the mask off.
Yeah.
That ego that we like to have and hide behind, it'll take the mask off. I'm ashamed. See, truth will get over that shame. It'll get over that avoidance.
Mm-hmm.
It'll get over you. I don't want to get embarrassed. I want to embarrass myself. Truth. That's what we need, friends. That's what you need. You need to face the truth. Looking at that mirror. You know, I have a video called Mirror After Midnight. In essence, it's talking about being truthful with yourself, looking in that mirror and be honest with yourself. We need more truth with ourselves. And when you get to the level of truth, now you're open to go through the process. And as Fletcher said, and I, you know, many of you all who tune in to this program, I know you're connected. We're all connected spiritually, one way or the other. But friends, when you really look in that mirror and face the truth and deal with truth, that's when your belief, that's when your connection with your God, your Savior, the one that you confess, that when you have a real honest handshake. See, all the other time it was all for show. It was part of the masquerade. It was part of the mask. But now it's you in that mirror, is you in yourself. Now you in the zone. Fletcher, now you in the zone.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the center, you're in the ring, man. It's fight time. It's you. No, man, it ain't, stop pointing. It's you. Deal with you. Accept all your flaws, accept all those things. But you see, here's the thing. You can heal those things can be healed. Growth, things can be repaired. Things can grow. Brokenness can be made whole. But those things can't happen until you are willing to face the truth and accept the truth. It's not time. You don't need more time. You need more truth. Talk to me, somebody.
Now that word truth, man. Let me say this to you too. You know, here in the movie, man, you can't handle the truth. The truth is hard, man.
Truth is hard.
When you find out
Truth is hard.
yeah, it's not gonna be easy when you find out the truth. When you start reaching for that, when I start digging in that bag, what I started pulling out was hard. It was uncomfortable. It was just it was nasty. It was hard. It was dealing with some of them truths. I get it. Reality. But I'm telling you more than enough to conquer, but you gotta deal with it. You gotta face it. You gotta say, now you gotta sit up at that mental. You gotta come up with a way, how do I overcome this? And be honest with yourself. I was that person. I remember when I started, you know, I was talking on Facebook and I started talking amongst friends and And I remember I'm reading a post from Abraham. The Most High told Abraham to leave his family and friends. And, they always gonna see you the same way. And I experienced that one time, and I was changing, and I'm feeling that I'm getting to a better place, and I was brought back by some family men, brought back to reality who I used to be. And I was sitting down, frustrated by myself, looking in that mirror, and the question was asked, like, "What's wrong with you?" And I immediately say, "Man, they still see me the same way. They still talking." And in that mirror, the Most High, He laughed. It was like like a chuckle. What you mad for? Didn't you do those things? Wasn't that you? I'm like, yeah, but he say, that means you got a lot of work to do. You got some more work to do then. It don't matter what they got to do, who you want to become. That means you got some to become that you haven't became them yet. Because it still bothers you. See, when you become, it don't matter what they say no more. It's what you know. If it still bother you, you still got work.
Mm,
That's the truth, man.
mm.
You still worrying about what so-and-so said and this and that. The truth is you still got work to do.
That's that's a bold truth, but it's the truth.
It is.
It is the truth.
Yeah.
Man, Selena just left a comment. I want to read it to
Go ahead.
our community. Selena said, "I agree 100%. We need to own up to our truth. Yes, it's hard, but once you release it, you will overcome your truth, no matter how long it takes.
That's it, right?
Once that's so good. Once you release it, that's key. Once you release it, and the thing about owning that truth, it's a burden being lifted. You know, that's an old-fashioned word that I used to hear from the small hometown I grew up in. You don't hear people using that word anymore. Matter of fact, I'm surprised I even use it, to be perfectly honest with you.
Now, that's
But
that's in the Bible, man. The burden of the Lord is all. Yeah, it's been said in old things. Yeah. That's in the
yeah,
old and the Torah, in the
yeah,
Bible. The burden. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I talk about this too, friends, on personal development for the soul. That sometime in life, because we've been brought up in a society, in a world where crying is viewed as weakness, but sometime when you get an opportunity to shed a tear, it's a release, and you feel somewhat better if you can get there. But it's hard to get there. The only place we feel comfortable, Fletcher, sadly, is shedding a tear. It's at a funeral, because it seemed like it's okay to be to let your feeling flow there. But friends, sometime in life, when you face the truth, the real truth, you may need a moment. In fact, that may be a real moment that you really needed. What say you, my brother?
Nah, I like what Selena said about no matter how long it takes. And that's where we at right there. We want everything now microwave. You've been going through that for 30 years. You've been put stuff been put in you and told to you, and you went through something, but we want it fixed right away. It shouldn't matter what the time don't matter. Again, it's the truth. No matter what so and so took them this long, but about you, as long as you get done, as long as I get up every day and fight for the truth. And it might take me longer. I might fall backslide, as they say. I might fall down, but keep getting up to the truth. Keep looking for the truth. That's what I do, man. I make mistakes still. I'm still growing, but I'm always heading toward the truth. Principles. See, I done set principles, and we talk about journals and stuff like that. We got journals. Xtradonaire got journals that they have for you. Got multiple journals that help you to keep you aligned with the truth.
Amen. That's right.
That's what it does. It aligns you. So these principles that I talk about, they align me with the truth. They don't let me forget what I sit in that mirror and told myself, what I said. So alignment with the truth, spiritually, physically, mentally, financially. I cannot get away from those. And I got spiritual broke down. I got physical. Then I got all this. Then helping people to see what matters. Build of the future, to build a legacy. These are true statements that I made. And once I get on the line with that, I got to go back and look. Hold up, that is not alignment of what I said. A covenant with myself in that mirror. The mornings that we had to sit up there, and we had to fight through the truth, maneuver through the truth, make phone calls and say, hey, did this really happen? The truth. Uncomfortable conversations about the truth. And I'm telling you, once you get past a certain place, like I said, and again, don't worry about the time. The time don't matter. It matters getting to the truth. Now, the truth is finding who you really are. Question, who am I really? If I'm living somewhere somebody done told me, or I'm living with my environment, I'm living with school, I'm living all these things that somebody else said I should be, but am I really living my truth? That's the question is. And that's a lifetime to figure that out. But you got to start today. The time is now. And I'm telling you, no, it's not going to be easy. No. Then when you start telling the truth, you start realizing the people you're wrong. Like you said, they told them leave. You start realizing, yeah, I do need to leave them. You don't even get mad. They just don't know. You're not people, ain't no people. You ain't even worried about them people because they just don't know. They still not dealing with the truth. You on your journey to find the truth. And that's what took me. I went on my journey. And unfortunately, I had to go through some other things. But when I found the truth, all that stuff don't matter anymore. Now it's like every day waking up to like Xtradonaire, I hear him say, I'm excited about waking up now. What do the Most High, what do the universe, what do whoever have for me today?
What's waiting out there for me, man? Oh,
What opportunities are waiting?
what opportunity is out there for me today?
So let me say this, Xtradonaire. 10 years, 11 years ago, and I'm here now. What changed? The world didn't change. The environment didn't change. I changed.
That's right.
So that means I can change my environment. I can change my situation. I can change all these things. I can. Because the Most High gave me another day. He gave me another day. But if I would have ended that day, I wouldn't have been able to change nothing. It'd been, Keith was a good guy. Like here. I might have people laugh, and I told one of my partners one time, I say, when you die, man, your life goes on. I said, you won't even have a picture of you on the wall. Man, he said, man, you crazy, man. I said, man, so when my wife leave, and that was 11 years ago, she gonna meet someone else. I said, I'm just telling you, brother, if I met your wife, you ain't about to have no picture of you on the wall no more. That dude gone, man. I'm here now. You gonna put it in there to get to his kids. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality. The dead is gone. The dead is what the dead, but the people alive got to keep going on. They got to keep moving on. You know what I'm saying? The financially part, again, let me say this to you. We don't like talking about the financial part, but now you went from 2 to 1 income. From 2 making decisions to 1 making a decision. And it does matter. Your lifestyle, nothing changed. Your bills ain't went away. It's the same, but you were 1.
That's right.
I'm big on finance. I'm big on insurance. I'm big on setting a plan, getting a strategy. I'm big on those things because that does matter. In our community, it doesn't matter enough to me because I'm telling you, when you're in that situation, and I was blessed, my brother. I tell people, my brother sent money to my wife and said whenever you need more, he was blessed to say, if you need more, let me know. If you need more, let me know. See, this financial matters that we think it don't. Because my wife's stressing about me, stressing about driving there, going out. But imagine she didn't have the money too. See, we talk all the good things, but imagine she didn't have the money, the gas to drive it, or the car couldn't make it, or insurance, all these other things that caused or couldn't pay the mortgage, all these things that you don't think, that you say, well, all that rolled up into a ball. All that rolled up into a ball in your stomach that you just sit in your stomach and it start growing. And what I'm saying, all those things start inside of me it start eating you from the inside out. And like I say, once you cured, it's still there. It's still mentally there. So you got to get all that out of you. I tell all the time, go have a service. Go dig a hole in your yard or somewhere in the sand and pour all down and cover it up. And walk away and don't look back. Leave it there. Now, the hard part is putting the new stuff inside of you. Seeking the new. Seeking, finding out, look in the mirror now, okay, I got rid of all that stuff. Now who really am I?
Yeah.
Now you got to be able to trust. That's the part right there. Trust. You got to start trusting other people. You got to start putting yourself in environments that you have not aware of. You start saying that it's okay being here. Okay, it's all right sitting right here. You know what I'm saying? It's all right on this camera talking to people. It's okay. It what I thought it was. It's all right showing my face on here. It's all right talking to people, not saying they think they judging me. It's okay being in it. It's okay being in this hot seat. But it started with truth. Anybody you see that's successful, I'm telling you, they had to face that truth.
Yeah, that's right.
Had to.
That's right.
They ain't no different than you or me. They face that truth. And you hear that focus, discipline, consistency. You know what I'm saying? All those things, they start focusing on that thing.
That's right.
They start being deliberate. They start being intentional. They start putting action. They start doing it and not being distracted by the other things that don't even matter.
All of that is part of that truth.
Part of that truth. That's it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it.
And friends, before we drive out of here, let's just reiterate part of that truth. The process. See, all of these things are part of the process. And Fletcher and I, we're just so honored that you all take the time out to tune in,
Yes.
to be part of this show every Thursday. And friends, if we can ask a small favor of you, it would mean the world to us. If you all would subscribe and even leave a comment. And I'm going to take it one step farther. If you really enjoy the things we talk about, friends, I want you to know that it doesn't just end here on Thursday at 7:30. Fletcher got a whole nother platform. He called it The Blind Truth. The Blind Truth Show. And you could catch him on YouTube. In fact, you can subscribe and listen to him talk about the things we talk about here. Also, things about your finance, getting your mind right, things that would help you grow and evolve and move forward. Because when you're serious about what you're serious about, it just doesn't just sprinkle out one day a week. See, we eat, breathe, and live this thing. So we come on here together jointly, but he's out there communicating because he's got something to talk about. He's living his purpose. And I'm living my purpose. I have personal development for the soul. And we're asking you, friends, you don't just have to stop on world premiere. Support us in both of our endeavor because you will find a bridge, that bridge from personal development for the soul and the blind truth and world premiere word on the street. With those three angles there, it can't help but help you. And you're getting some real stuff from real ordinary people. And I know for me, to get information, to get knowledge from just an ordinary person, it kind of hit me different from getting it from somebody who's, I mean, can you really identify with a TV star, with a movie star? I mean, I love them. It's nice to watch them, and, you know, it's wonderful. I'm not knocking that. In a nutshell, support us, friends. Support the blind truth. Support person development for the soul. And by all means, support the world premiere, Word on the Streets. Yeah, Fletcher, it's been a real one. It's been fun, man.
Yeah, it was, man. I just want to say this, Extradonaire. I look at YouTube. I'm a YouTube enthusiast. I like social media. I look at different things that people doing, and I'm not being biased, but from the beginning, the conversation to the halftime we do the show extraordinary, the videos and the marketing to where we at now, man. I'm talking about. I want to just say extraordinary. This is a hell of a show. You know what I'm saying? What we giving to the community and just seeing it grow. I'm just seeing what coming from and where we're at now, man. And so and what we giving to people, it's powerful. But you hear everybody say, what is my purpose? That's the question. Like, well, you ask people, what is my? How do you know your purpose?
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me. Whatever obstacle that's in your way becomes your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
People that's been alcoholics and they survive it, they become alcoholic numbers helping people through. That's their purpose. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
People that have survived anything, that's survived, even a person that was an alcoholic and they probably had a total crash, killed somebody, they become an activist and saying, I'm stopped. Different, all kind of things. So whatever that was holding you back, that you think that's not important, that you going through, that you done made it through, I'm telling you, that is your purpose.
That's right.
Your story is important. You are important. And listen to me. You more than enough. And I'm going to say this. You don't have to have everything figured out. Again, when me and Xtradonaire started off, it was a conversation. And it had nothing figured out.
Yeah, right. That's right.
I'm saying the Most High told me, I'm serious, man. When I was talking and he told me to talk, and when I say when I seeking, and he said, Xtradonaire was doing radio, internet radio. I didn't know. I tell that Xtradonaire right now. Who do you know that's doing podcast that you know? I didn't know no one that was doing anything like this but Xtradonaire. And I called him. I said, "Hey man, I want to do something with you. I want, Xtradonaire. Saying he seen the old Keith. He laughed, man. I don't know. I don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, we didn't have it together. We didn't know where we didn't, and we sit there and we laid in it. We both knew something was happening, but we didn't know what it was. Something was happening. Something was driving us. We had no idea where we at right now. And for 2, 3 more years, 5 years, we're gonna be like, man, we would never expect. It ain't that we did anything. We just kept showing up. We just kept showing up. We just kept showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And as we start showing up, we start evolving and start growing, and we start that like you say, whatever your obstacle is, that's your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
If you follow through, you will see so much in that purpose. That through that journey, man, so much comes in that. My worst times was my best time. Starting out was bad, but it was our best time to grow where we at, and we still growing. So that's what I'm gonna tell every one of you. I appreciate you. Y'all come and listen to us, because we know, man, we are so, when you say that, we are so thankful to anybody listen. We know where we started at. Right. We know where we've been at, and where we're going, and where we're at now, and where we're going. So thank you. And if you like that, tell a friend to come.
That's well said. Hey, everybody. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. We'll be back Thursday, 7:30, same time, same place. Y'all come and check us out.
And that wraps up another powerful episode of world premiere Word on the Streets. We're live every Thursday evening at 7:30 Central Standard Time, and we'd love to have you join us again. So take a moment to subscribe, tap that like button, and become part of this growing community. Until next time, guard your thoughts, Speak only what you truly want to experience and stay laser focused on what matters. Your words shape your world, and your mindset fuels your mission. We'll see you again. Same time, same place. Right here on world premiere Word on the Streets, where truth meets transformation. Stay strong, stay grounded, and as always, stay true.